case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for.
In 1931, the United States Supreme Court heard a case, Burnet v. Logan, centering around the issue of taxable income. Mrs. Logan owned shares in two companies, one of which had a mine lease that distributed ore to shareholders. Youngstown Sheet and Tube Company bought all the shares in the other company and agreed to pay Mrs. Logan 60 cents per ton of ore. Mrs. Logan argued that no taxable income would arise until she received the shares' value on March 1, 1913, and the rights appraised value bequeathed to her. However, the commissioner disagreed, leading to the case being brought before the courts. Mrs. Logan's shares were eventually sold to the Youngstown Sheet and Tube Company, who agreed to pay her a specific amount for each ton of ore extracted. At the time, Mrs. Logan's total received payouts equaled $137,600, with additional annual payments to follow. Additionally, Mrs. Logan inherited a portion of her late mother's shares, which were appraised for federal estate tax purposes at $277,164.50. The Supreme Court ruled that the taxpayer was entitled to the return of their capital investment before being assessed on any taxable profit based on conjecture. In other words, Mrs. Logan should only be taxed on actual profits or losses, not potential ones. Once the actual profit is realized, then the taxpayer would be responsible for any required taxes. The ruling upheld the exclusion of bequests from taxable income and affirmed the lower court's judgment, siding with Mrs. Logan in the case.
Case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for. Visit lsd.law, elevate your mind. Leave the stress of class.